Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there. You won't stop us. We're Invincible. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. You know what time it is. She's a little bit salty.
He's a whole lot of petty, and together we're the Salty and Petty Podcast. Duh.
All right, that's right. We told you last time, and we're back to talk the second half of Invincible season 2.
Well, the whole season, really.
Yeah, the whole season. That just wrapped up. Alright, so I am Phil. That is Lil. Take a chill. Phil. Alright. And so yeah, this show's been good, and I think we're gonna get the whole season of that, but did you watch X-Men 97 this week?
Yeah,
okay.
I did. Beautiful mess. Beautiful mess.
I wonder how they're gonna undo that.
Well, if you read comics, you might have an inkling.
Or
kind of like this show.
Or a second character who, never mind. All right, so Invincible, what are our thoughts?
Oh, wait, real quick, while we're on X-Men news. Does Jean Grey need to be with the Phoenix Force again? And does it need to be a summer event? I say no to both counts.
I mean, what are they just going to, separate those two permanently, and Jean can just write her own?
Give it back to...
Jean can write a award-winning #1 album all about her relationship with the Phoenix.
We're going to leave that to Taylor Swift. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so Detour. So the second half, another 4 episodes.
Only 4, that's right.
Yeah. They said it's only supposed to be a year between season 2 and season 3 this time, though, because there's, no delays. They're hoping.
Yeah.
So, at least we know, around about when... Well, it came out in November, so I'm thinking November 2025. That's when it will come out. So, we gotta... I'm gonna be picking through, both seasons. It's only 17 episodes. Well, yeah. Including the special? Yeah, including the special is 17 episodes.
Wait, the Invincible? Wait, what?
Yeah. So
I know.
But the second part, I didn't really like the opening, I'm gonna be honest. The episode 5, This Must Come as a Shock.
Oh.
It felt like we skipped over a lot of stuff. I know it's Mark's show, but I like his side characters.
I know. Well, in reality, is it Mark's show? How about it's Omni-Man show? You can tell he's the hero.
Omni-Man Kid Omni-Man?
No, real Omni-Man. You can tell he's the hero by his luscious mustache. Yes. Thank you, Charlie Puppet.
Do heroes even wear mustaches? Can you name me a hero with a mustache?
All the great heroes wear mustaches.
No, I'm being serious. I'll wait.
Tom Selleck.
Comic book characters. We all know Tom Selleck is a real life superhero.
The comedian from Watchmen.
No. No. I think much like Capes, I think you're a villain if you have a mustache and a cape, and he has both. So
you know the only way Otto Octavius would have been better is if he would have had a mustache.
Now with the bowl cut, doesn't go with the bowl cut.
Bowl cuts and mustaches, the true hero.
But yeah, no, so that was my whole thing. I kind of liked what they were doing, but I felt like we didn't get into it enough. I don't know. They kind of pick and choose how long they want their episodes to be, and I feel like they haven't really been utilizing the post credit scene where literally one episode was basically 2 different episodes. They were just being lazy. It didn't make it 2 episodes. It's the whole post credit scene was what we cared about.
Yeah, I know.
So, no, I mean, I like it still, but it's just okay. We're coming back. He brought his brother back because he kind of had no choice, whatever.
Well, yeah. I mean, what are you going to do?
And I don't know. I feel so bad for Debbie, man.
I know.
She got what is it? What is it when females get cockhold?
Oh, I don't know.
Queened or something? Yeah, she got queened. So I'm just like, ooh.
But no, you brought the point about this shit, about the 2 episodes, but they should have done it in 2 episodes. It's only 1. Do you think? I mean, even as far back as season 1, was there a plan for like 10 episode seasons or something, or then they kind of like scaled it back?
I don't know. I think they think it's funny. Or something like, they have the leeway to make an episode any way that they want. So that's the way that they chose to make it. And I thought it was funny at the time, but I was like, yeah, this should have been 2 episodes because a lot of people were kind of annoyed with, Alan the alien and stuff. And he's important, but like if you don't read the comics, then you wouldn't really know. So it really felt like a super detour when it was super important to know what was going on with Mark at that time.
And no offense to the gentleman's fans, but especially Seth Rogen. I mean, if you want to make him not annoyed.
Well, him and his little partner after the Preacher deal, they were supposed to be the ones doing the show running, and I feel like this is a consolation prize.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, they did what they could with Preacher, but they didn't try that hard to stick to the comic book source, and that's why I was like their first season was a critical darling, but it kind of goes downhill as they deviate further and further away from the comic book source material.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the ratings chart and the source material and how it deviates, it's a graph. It's a graph.
Yeah, it was more for the shock value than this, story.
Yeah, and that's Seth Rogen in general. Like, we all go through our Seth Rogen phase. We all watched Pineapple Express. 30-Year-Old Virgin, all that Judd Apatow crap. We've all been there.
You do like a Kevin Smith phase and like a Seth Rogen phase.
A Frank Miller phase, yeah.
Oh!
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Justin.
Your mother's a whore! But I felt bad for you if you never went through a D.G. Chichester phase. You should, if you haven't gone through a D.G. Chichester phase, now's a good time to get to your D.G. Chichester phase. I'm just saying.
You shouldn't even have a D.G. Chichester phase. You should just be in the D.G. Chichester 24/7.
If you're not D.G. Chichester, you can't write ninjas.
But so I think my favorite episode is episode 6 of this season. It's Not That Simple, where Rex kind of survives being shot, and he's going after the Lizard King. And
I mean, talk about shock value. Yeah, I mean, you kind of end on a cliffhanger, him getting shot in the head, and then it's like, he survives.
Yeah, he lost his hand. That was I like the Guardians. I do.
Oh yeah, he's too stubborn and petty to die.
I was like, that's relatable content for Phil.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about that. We were like, we were talking about somebody's mom. I was like, she's gonna outlive us all, bro. She's like Batman. She's too stubborn to die.
Oh, burn!
Yes, that was a Kingdom Come.
Your mama's so stubborn. She's stubborn. She's more stubborn than Batman.
Sorry, Ray.
I was gonna say, never say that to Ray.
Batman, my favorite character.
The Guardians have been I think kind of holding the show up personally, like the Immortal and Duplicates relationship and that whole plot twist. And
well, I feel like we're kind of gonna start revving up in season 3 because spoilers. I mean, Mark's quit college and he's him and Amber are no longer together, so there's not that much tying him to like a personal life.
Yeah, and every superhero has to go through that phase where they're just the costume and not the person underneath.
Mm-hmm.
It's the trope, and that's what Invincible is about, and how you unexpectedly subvert those expectations. Right. That's the beauty of Invincible, and it's not in a way like The Boys. I feel like The Boys, specifically the TV show, is definitely more for shock value. Like they follow the comic book source material pretty good, but when they deviate, it's almost always for like shock value because it's like, hey, we're on Amazon Prime and we can do whatever the fuck we want,
Yeah. You know what?
2 words for you: mother's milk.
Yeah.
Worse than the comic, actually.
Yeah. Oh my lord! It was. Go ahead. No.
So yeah, like I said, the Guardians have been a standout this season. The one nitpick that I said, if you're gonna make a Mark show, please stop letting other people say Invincible. Let it be Mark's thing, please.
You've ruined me, Kirkman. Every time we say Invincible now, I feel like I got to throw up a graphic.
Put the pause and a bloody graphic. I didn't look at the title cards yet to see what they did with it.
Oh my god! Oh my lord! We need to do that and be like, oh, guess what? We're and then throw up it's Salty and Petty.
Yeah. It's just kind of weird. This season, I'm not going anywhere, and it's like, but you are. you just set yourself up for failure by saying that. It's like when you're in a freaking horror movie, you say, "I'll be right back."
Yep.
So yeah, episode 7. It's where they're at the Comic Con, and he has to leave to help Rex, and
with one of our favorite scenes, with the animation, it doesn't look like you're.
And shout out to Donald becoming the MVP of this freaking season.
Well, yeah.
We'll get to that in the final episode. I thought that was really good and strong, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we kind of touched on episode 8 last week, but the whole episode, I thought you were stronger. And we're kind of flashing through the multiverse, and he actually kills a person. A villain, granted.
No, after the villain basically we literally, snapped his mother's arm in half. He's threatening his baby brothers.
Yeah, he pushed him to the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And he fell into he looked into the abyss, and the abyss looked back at him and sucked him in. Hell.
Well, when Angstrom Levy did trick him too, he made it seem like he was more. Angstrom Levy's made it seem like he was more vulnerable, invulnerable, and invincible.
I think he thought he was though.
I don't
even think that was a trick. I think he really thought he was going to be able to beat Mark.
Yep.
So jokes on both of them.
Oh yeah,
but they had so many more interesting premises that they just kind of flashed by, like the whole time travel thing. I don't know if they're actually going to get into that.
I'm trying to remember.
They kind of set it up with Adam Eve, like her feelings.
Yeah, I don't think they ever got to that in the comic, did they? That's kind of how they.
That's
did
what
the
I mean.
comic.
They can expand on stuff now.
Well, yeah, but again with the
and it also can deviate. I think that would be a good deviation from the comic book to explore some stuff that he never got around to doing. But time travel's tricky.
Or do that as a special, do that timeline.
Yeah, the darkest timeline, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
He comes back with pizza like the damn Community meme. Everything's on fire. It's like swinging a cat by the tail.
Basically, what they're saying is the Viltrumites took over Earth, right?
Yeah. it could be worse than that even, though. There's things out there worse than the Viltrumites.
That's true.
Because they would never let the superheroes live if the Viltrumites conquered. They're no match.
Well, I thought they said they were in hiding. They made it seem like they were resistant.
No, they would have specifically rooted everybody out.
That's true.
Nolan had intel on everybody, so no resistance. You got to smash that resistance.
Listen.
Rule number 1 of being Hitler: smash your resistance.
Oh my!
Hell.
Or unless it's those Martian starfish.
You're careful. You might lose your virginity to a fish. Hell.
Oh!
That was the title of an episode this season. What was that? In 6 hours, I lose my virginity to a fish or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. I think it was a solid season overall. The break really killed it, from November to March.
Yeah, but at least they spread it out. At least they didn't do all 8 at once, and then we'd have to wait probably 2 years for the next season.
I think I would have been okay with it. I think the show needs to be 10 episodes, though, bare minimum.
I think so, yeah.
And I think that, like I said, with some of these episodes, it feels like you could have made it 10.
Oh yeah, definitely. They had enough content; they could have made it 10 easily. I'm just what it says. Probably budget.
I don't know. Maybe they're just steadfast on milking that damn Amazon Prime since they're making you pay for it. If you don't want it with commercials anymore. I don't know. I find it really odd that as soon as season 2 was over, they made that announcement. The season 2A was over. They're like, yeah, we're gonna start making you guys pay in February, right before Invincible comes back. Really, Amazon? Really, Bezos?
Oh, it's every company. That's how they are.
Yeah, but Amazon's just getting more and more obvious. He might as well just go make love to Elon, and they might as well just become a superpower villain couple. Throw Diddy in there, and hell, we got the trifecta. They're terrible at everything but being villains. Honestly, those 3 are just bumbling idiots unless it's villainy.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it a little last episode, but yeah, we did sneak in the whole Spider-Man as he's traveling.
A couple of different little multiverses that I was curious about. So.
Yeah, but that one was very
the Batman.
off. Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Ray. The Batman.
Oh yeah, the Batman.
Little lazy.
I mean, the Batman.
Sure,
Batman.
in 2020,
My
24
favorite character.
perspective.
Yeah, but
It is.
yeah, but it's Batman, Spider-Man, and even the greatest character of all time, Otto Octavius.
You're beating up an old man. I was like, at least it wasn't the Vulture. Then it even looks really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should have made it the Vulture, honestly.
Oh my lord!
or friggin' Connors. And he's like reverting back, and he's got the one leg. He's like, "You're beating up on a disabled person, for God's sakes." He's got one arm.
Oh, you know what? No, we have to when we talk to JMD Mateus on Saturday, be like, "Hey, can you write another Spider-Man miniseries where like someone like tries to become the new Dr. Octopus and just name him Charlie Esser, please?"
Yes, Professor Ether, please.
You're a doctor. I'm a professor.
Yeah. I feel bad for Amber, but I knew that wasn't gonna last.
Oh,
I mean, everybody ships Mark and freaking Adam Eve, so it's just like it is what it is.
I mean, even if you didn't read the comics, I mean, but when she, when that Viltrumite had her by the throat, you're like, okay, this ain't gonna last.
And she's out. Rightly so. They can't all be Debbie.
I know.
I don't know. I want to see Mark go evil. Like those little glimpses, I'm like, yeah, I want to see it.
Or you just
What is so special about our Mark? Do you think he is the only Mark that didn't join his dad? There has to be. I mean, all the infinite universes, right?
Yeah.
There has to be another one.
I mean, that's just the thing. It's just all the angstroms, I guess, came from that. Is that why he went so nuts? I mean, again, it was the combination of all the angstrom levies, but it just they came from like broken universes and stuff.
Like not a single one had a good positive. Like that's kind of weird.
I mean,
with a 50-50 shot, just statistically speaking.
That and it's like there's no universe where Nolan didn't go bad.
For Debbie, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that he said he didn't come across another brother, like not a sister, not anything. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird that they specifically put that out there like that. So maybe our Mark is literally a 1 in a trillion guy. I don't know.
Maybe. And again, maybe there were no brothers and sisters because in every other universe, when Mark goes with Nolan, he's like, oh, I don't need to have any other kids. This one's gonna, the legacy.
But
now.
Like, what about before? Like, what was up to things before he came to Earth, as we're kind of figuring out and stuff. So interesting. It's just interesting.
Oh yeah. There's
the possibilities are endless, but like I feel like they just didn't want to dwell on it too long, and that was the most interesting thing that they kind of brought up for me.
I mean, I get it, and I appreciate that. Like Kirkman was like done with with the comic, but I'm like, there's so much more he could have done.
Yeah. But also, much like Walking Dead, I don't want anybody else to touch it but him.
That's true.
If he felt like the story was complete and he was done telling his story, because as a Supernatural fan, we all know when the creator leaves, if they said that the story is done, leave it the fuck alone! Don't let it drag on for 10 extra seasons! Anyway, sorry. Yes, that was... That was a Supernatural rant. You might want to put that on your bingo card because Mama's in the middle of a rewatch.
Oh Lord, for the 9th time?
No, I've actually never watched it all the way through. This is gonna be because I said I was never gonna do it until it was done, and now I've actually gotten the gumption up because then Jensen came out with a show, and that lasted a season, so it's like a whole thing. So I had to wait for that, and it's awful.
She's so salty. She'll even do whatever she can to prove herself wrong.
Exactly. But no, I said I was gonna do it. I have to mark it off. The things I said I was going to do, make sure that I was right, that Supernatural is as terrible as I remember. Anyway, what's not terrible is this show, though, but it's just, like I said, it's just, I feel like we're just scratching the surface, and I don't know if he's interested in going anywhere past the surface. Hey-oh. He's just putting in the tip. He's a tease.
Whoa! Boy, it's been a while. Hello. Damn marathon.
No, everybody should take it yourself, Busy. It's fun, I promise. It's good for you. You'll be able to punch a brick.
Yeah, fun. I'd rather blow my brains out, but okay, let's get.
No, not mine. Somebody else's.
No, I mean me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do a year.
Well, okay. This November, just try No Nut November and see how you feel.
You monsters!
You are not the master. How about he's Kramer?
Hell no.
Anyway, I don't know how to feel though. Like it's just so much up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave us that archaeologist stuff, and I'm like, wait, I want to know.
I know.
Last episode, you sons of bitches.
I know. I was like, are we ever gonna get back to that, or is that just like?
Was that just like a side? Like, was that just like a little Me Too comment? Like, I don't know what's going on.
I know. Was it like an in joke, or was it just it's just?
There was a lot of in jokes this season.
Tricked you. We're not going there.
I mean, come on, like. Ancient Egypt, it's like, literally the kids were like, I guess nobody's watched The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, huh? I was like, exactly, kid. You know, you were raised right. You know. The only mummy we recognize in this house. Not you, Rock. Scorpion King does not count. Everybody knows that. Rock slander. Mark your bingo cards.
That's right.
Ooh, you know what? Remind me, we do need to do the Rock and the WWE deep dive.
We can't. Oh yeah.
For Patreon.
I think Luca may be starting to get into WWE because he was watching.
Is he talking to your dad about it?
Well, a little bit, but it's Saturday. He was watching WrestleMania with his cousin, and then we were watching it Sunday. We did see the Undertaker chokeslam The Rock.
Yes, so cathartic.
I know. Oh, you watched?
Stone Cold just stun his ass. Like I need that catharsis from when I was a kid. Everybody was a Rock fan in that era, but now I'm looking back. I'm like, no, Steve was right. He was totally right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sad because it's like justice for China. Like it's the whole thing. Like I said, we definitely need to do a deep dive on that for Patreon.
Definitely.
Who was your favorite character this season?
Who did I? Here you go. I'm here. Let me just think on this. Go ahead.
Oh, for me, it's Debbie and Donald.
Oh, really?
I really enjoyed the arc that Donald went on, and I like this version of Debbie way more than the comics for sure. She gets a lot more agency, more things to do.
Oh yeah.
I love that she's able to bond with that kid. Like that takes a lot. Like she's still going through her feelings with Nolan, but she's literally taking his kid in, you know?
Yeah, and again too, I mean she kind of bonded with the kid. It's like, oh yeah, well he basically just, what gave you, basically just came into your life and effed it up and then left. Okay, I can
relate.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, and she made it kind of a point that like, don't call me mom, your mom's, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And Donald, like I said, the last episode where he's talking to what's his face's boyfriend, and he's like, well, they broke me apart too, and like he's like telling him, he's like, but maybe you don't need to forget, you need to remember about the ones that you love, and that makes it worth it. That was, it's a little after school special, but it was sweet, especially for this show where we don't really get a lot of that, if we're being real.
I know. I mean, I liked them. Again, you're going to say I'm basic, but I mean, I did like Mark's journey, but a lot of the characters, I don't think we didn't get so many characters in this season. We didn't get as much as we should have with them. Like Eve. Eve's one of my favorites, and like I don't think we hardly did anything.
Well, she got a special, so they were like, "We're just."
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
But I think Rex needs to be the next special. I think Rex really shined in this season. They gave what little they gave him to do. I thought they were going to kill him off, honestly.
I just want to know how Kirkman came up with that name before some porn started.
I'm pretty sure there's a porn star with that name.
Rexplode, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, you would be the expert. God, that marathon better get here sooner. Lil's gonna Rexplode.
Oh no, Rex and Kate in the showers on Cornhub. Oh no! I should have never looked this up.
Are you serious? Is it animated?
I'm dead serious. No, why? Why, people, you are sick. Sick. Oh, let me just get rid of that out of my history. I'm sad that we didn't get enough time with the villain as well. Like that is like Angstrom was the most interesting villain, in my personal opinion. Next to obviously his dad.
Yeah, and again, I mean, it was kind of like a I'm going to say a long game, but it's just like, yeah, we did, we saw the whole thing with Angstrom Levy and, that whole thing. The
He was like, oh, yeah, you. And I feel like everybody else was like, oh, yeah, you.
I know. That seemed like meta commentary, but.
Like, sorry about that, kids.
It's like. Well, again,
things to explore.
Well, again, that's like the whole Spider-Man thing, who's fought everybody in the Marvel universe. It's like, who are you again?
He's like, I just saw you come through that glowing portal. Been there a lot, especially lately. I was like, ooh, shots fired at the Spider-Man editorial team.
Although I hear
Nick, you might want to sit out on that one. Don't be commenting on social media for a while because you got burned.
Oh, you mean about Amazing
Spider-Man?
What a banger Amazing Spider-Man 50 is going to be.
I love how he just tried to get in with the nerds. And actually, for those keeping up at home, legacy numbering. Nobody cares about legacy numbering except for Phil. He's the only one.
Ugh.
Anyway, I just really don't know what to make of this season.
Again, it just came and went.
I wouldn't say it's filler, but it's like, why even send them to college?
Well, I mean, they did it in the comic. That's why.
They don't have to, though. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Well, that's the thing. It's like he really didn't have to. I mean, again, especially once
it's a waste. It was a waste.
Then again, especially like his dad leaving. Once his dad left the planet, he didn't have to go to school. I mean, Cecil would have, paid him just to, be a hero.
I love how they brought that up too. Should I ask for Cecil for a paycheck? Then didn't I really be working for Cecil? It's like, babes, wisen up.
You're kind of working for him anyway.
You might as well get your shekels and some health care, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Oh, fun fact that his teeth grow back. I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's interesting. Wolverine eat your heart out, I guess.
No, Wolverine could probably do that too.
That's what I mean. Like, got a little competition there, bud. Yeah, but like I said, I feel like all the other villains, they're like very much Deadpool cannon fodder. It's just like they're just there for the fight scene and
the serpents. You really
just every villain, honestly.
Yeah,
the Martians, like that took forever to get back around to too. I was just like, oh, okay, shapeshifter. He should have left his ass there on trial, personally.
All right, here's my thing. If you're like Kate and you faked your death, it's like, why don't you just stay away from the immortal?
Oh, love is love.
I mean, Abraham Lincoln.
Love makes you stupid. Clearly.
Oh my.
Well, literally speaking, honestly. Yeah. I've seen some in real life too, but I won't comment.
Oh my. Well, Hellfire Conan.
Just in case anybody in my life is listening, I'm not talking about you. Wink, wink. If the shoe fits, wear it.
Oh my lord! Damn.
I don't really get their relationship, but it is what it is. But I didn't get her and Rex either, so she's just got no taste in men. I think.
True.
But Monster Girl, I don't like that relationship.
Well, that's just so weird.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, I guess Robot was still young, but I mean, when he didn't have to get, he gave himself.
So, like the guy broke it down. He's like, oh, we're family? Let me tell you about this dysfunctional family, in case you haven't been watching, I guess. I don't know. He's like, he stole the DNA of the other coworker, and I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, because didn't he make himself younger than he actually was so he could date Monster Girl? Like,
yeah. But she's actually not that young either. It's just her physical appearance, and I love how it's like magic in this universe.
Oh yeah,
because like Kate's cursed, she's cursed. It's not like actual superpowers, you know what I mean? Well,
that was the thing I was thinking about when he was talking to her about the trying to fix her and stuff. I'm like, if he cloned her, if he cloned her a body of herself, would that curse still hold in a new body?
Ooh, science versus magic.
Oh,
if only Charlie was here, he would expound on the.
It depends if it's in the curse is in the mitochondria.
The powerhouse of the cell. Shout out to all the millennials who like literally reflexively just said that. Didn't teach us about mortgages, but you taught us about that. America.
Oh my god, last weekend I watched through, I don't know if there's more episodes, but I did watch like the 4 or 5 episodes that were up for that special, like the Dark Side of Nickelodeon or whatever. quiet on the set. Oh my lord.
Oh, they didn't even touch the surface, honestly. But
No.
that's none of my business.
Did you watch it?
And everybody should cancel Ned's Declassified podcast. Those guys are assholes.
Why?
Oh, they were making fun of people that just got sexually assaulted when they're victims too, and they refuse to admit it. It's fucked up.
Wow.
Yeah. And like that's why that's why anytime somebody I stand for Amanda Bynes because she went through the ringer.
Oh yeah.
Almost as bad as Jeanette Nagurdy, which is also why I ride for Jeanette Nagurdy.
Oh yeah, but Amanda Bynes, I mean, they set her up.
They messed her up real bad. I know Keenan probably won't talk about it, but that whole cast too. Surprised. I'm surprised Kel's not trying to talk about it for a shekel, honestly, because he needs some money.
Oh, that's true.
But,
I was gonna say Keenan's just gonna hide out on Saturday Night Live until the day he drops over.
Yeah. Nah, you gotta hold these guys' feet to the fire, like for real.
Oh yeah.
Like it was like an open secret. It's been like if you can go back to like way back in the day, there's memes like, oh, Dan Schneider likes feet. Why? Like all the signs are there, and nobody just ever said anything. It's messed up.
Mm-hmm. Well, people were either afraid or people were making too much money.
Yeah. Don't let your kids be actors. The moral of the story: nobody should be an actor. Let's just cancel Hollywood at this point. It's all just a sick, sad history. Just like Invincible is a sick, sad history.
No, I mean, you can't say don't be an actor, but it's like you got to keep your eyes open. You got to keep an eye on your friends.
You should just be a voice actor and only record from home. Yeah, everything should just be
animated
and CGI from here on out.
I was gonna say you just got to
get your mocap suit and your voice recording studio. You're good to go.
Just got to keep your eye on your friends, your family,
your dog, your cat.
Oh my.
I don't know. Like, I'm excited for the next season to see what they're gonna do. Do you want them to stick to the source material? I kind of want them to deviate. I want Nolan to die, actually.
Oh, there you go. I mean, for a couple surprises, a little deviation might be. I'm surprised they've stuck to as close as they have so far.
Yeah, I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop, but then like I remember Walking Dead and all the things that people have said about it, and he just like in the fans' reactions and stuff. So I think it's a careful line to toe for Kirkman at this point.
And again, do you think maybe is that part of the whole 8-episode seasons where it's just like Kirkman's holding more creative control? He's holding more creative control because they just went hog wild on him on Walking Dead.
Yeah, I feel like he got totally sideswiped on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And that was AMC. Like, they got over good on him as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think he's definitely Learned his lesson.
That built that network.
Yeah, it's still building that network.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's still going. I mean, yeah, Breaking Bad was big, too. But that and Better Call Saul's going. Yeah, they still have Walking Dead stuff going.
And I'm actually like, what can we do now? Should we do a Jesse show? We should do a Jesse show. I mean, they did El Camino to wrap it up. But, like...
Mm-hmm. Syndication, bitch!
Exactly. Yeah, this show's never gonna get there at this rate, but
I know what's the line for syndication? Is it like 60 some or something, or is it like
have they lowered it? Because I thought it was 86.
Oh, is it? I don't know. Okay,
is it still 86? I don't know. Like I don't know. Like that was back in 2014. Like I said, I haven't really been into TV and behind the scenes.
I guess okay. So 86. So this thing has to do what? 11 seasons?
Oh, it's 88. Yeah, it's still 88 right now.
11. Well, 8 episodes up here, 11 seasons.
I think that's just for off network. I don't know what it is. Oh wait, you can do 65 on some. Is it? I guess animation is technically considered genre. So if it's genre, you can have 65 episodes.
Oh yeah, because they did more episodes than that anyway. But I thought, was that Batman the Animated Series? I think when they hit 65, they were start going into syndication or. It was something.
That's the whole thing about why we got Red Skies. Actually, don't get me started on that.
So maybe one day Invincible will get there. But by the time
65, that's doable. But like, would Amazon even want to do that? Can they even? Where could they even put it?
I don't know. Oh God, they're gonna start their own TV network.
Shh! Don't let Bezos hear you.
Adult Swim.
I don't think they want to deal with Warner Brothers.
Even
Warner Brothers doesn't want to deal with Warner Brothers. If you know, you know.
I mean, something new might come out. I mean, by the time they hit the number for syndication, I mean, I think I'll be watching this.
I don't even think they're going to make it that. I think
I was going to say they might, but I might be watching it with my grandkids.
Exactly. It's just interesting. I kind of want them to deviate. I definitely need Nolan dead. Like, whether he's saving the Earth or whatever it is, he's got to die.
So do you think is he going to have like his redeemable moment where he dies saving everybody?
I feel like that's what they're leading it up to. Because he has emotions now and
You know, maybe he gives, Debbie the heartfelt goodbye and it's just like, I lied, I always loved you, and then just boom, he's,
I hope she kills him, honestly.
Yeah, because in the comic, I mean, spoilers, doesn't he come back and they kind of like start up again and it's just like, would you want that or?
No, I want her to kill him. She needs that catharsis and so do I.
I know, she would need some kind of advantage to kill him.
Well, Cecil's working on something.
Oh.
So since Debbie's got Mark and Oliver to protect, maybe she gets into the fray. Who knows?
I mean, it's such a trope, but I would just love to see one episode where, like, yeah, Nolan comes back and, like, kind of like she gets his powers for an episode or something.
Well, she'll probably get Mark's powers. That's probably where they're going with that.
Oh, boy.
Because, like, she doesn't want him to go away, but,
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's one thing for your husband, but the kid that you birthed to, like, go off and do
what
his
his
dad did, and he just killed somebody, and you're also worried about him becoming Nolan and not having that grounding factor,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah,
that. She needs to know that Mark is literally one in a trillion and that he's a good kid. He's the only one in the whole multiverse, apparently. So...
Oh, I mean, as a parent, I mean, that was, like, a strong scene with just, like, when he just broke down and she, after, in
her hospital bed, I was just like, oh, y'all are both black and blue.
Well, she's just trying to console him, about I just killed this guy.
Yeah. And she understands that he had to, but that's a scary thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's one step closer to being Nolan,
Oh, yeah.
Everybody keeps saying, you're not your dad, but
I mean,
maybe Mark secretly liked it. I don't know.
I mean, no, even just for anyone else, it would be a traumatic experience. But again, just the whole, you were one step closer to Nolan.
Yeah. You know what? What if that, in order to beat the Viltrumites, they have to go back to that timeline and grab the mark? They're like, you wouldn't have liked what you become. You could have survived it, but you wouldn't. And they're like, ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like that would be cool.
There's so many ways.
A lot of things they could do.
Oh, yeah. Especially if they do the whole, if they do use like angst from Levy's machine and they get all the other marks and be like, help us beat the Viltrumites. And then it's like, well, how are we going to get rid of these other marks once we do?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like, when you bring in something to fight an invasive species and then you have to fight another thing and another thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Or, just put them all in a black hole. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hell.
Hey-oh.
It's just interesting. It's great.
But we enjoyed so much.
Theory crafting to do.
Yeah. That's why we enjoy. I mean, we love this show. That's why we want more of it.
Yeah, I need more. Like, I have a really short attention span. Like, honestly, if you didn't remind me of things, I would forget. They don't really advertise. Like, they advertised the beginning of the season, but then, like, the second part of the season, they didn't really advertise too strongly.
I guess it's like where would they advertise on Amazon probably, but then like what do you have to follow them on social media or something to get? I know like
I saw it on YouTube, I think.
Oh, okay. I know Invincible, like the franchise has like its own like Facebook page and stuff, and they'll tell you like when a new season's out and stuff.
Amazon's kind of terrible at social media, to be honest. I mean, they have a whole fucking the gold standard of streaming, and it's an absolute shit site.
Well, like I said, there's an actual Invincible page. It's not even Amazon because the page was around before the show even started. Yeah, someone, it started with the comic. Yeah, people
probably.
Yeah, so they're usually pretty good at that.
That's crazy though.
Yeah,
he's too busy sending penis-shaped rockets in his face, I guess.
Although, honestly, I mean, the one thing that really helps me, you have the TV Time app, and you just, like, put in the shows you want to watch, and it tells...
I don't have time for an app. I lose my phone for weeks at a time.
That's true.
Bill, come on.
I mean, because it'll tell you, oh, hey, this show's coming on in, like, a day or so. It's like, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't have time for that.
I don't got time for that.
Yeah, outside of the phone that I keep all my social media quarantine on, I got a dumb phone. Like, bare minimum. Calls, texts.
She's like, the government's listening.
Laugh if you want to.
I know people are listening.
This world's falling apart, bro. They got a movie called Civil War, and before that, we've had all those Purge movies. They're trying to tell you what they're about to do. I'm just saying, guys. You better get right and get prepping.
Oh, my.
Unless you're invincible. So it's funny, like we're getting ready to watch an invasion, and we might be going. That's not funny to joke about, but kind of is.
Oh my lord! Why didn't you say something? You know what I should have did? The scroll at the bottom of the screen. This time I should have just put Invincible, 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 Invincible.
There's always next time.
That's true. So yeah, the next time the show's on in 2025.
We're almost halfway through 2024, so it's not that bad.
I know, but that's the one thing about network TV. I liked it when the season would end in May, and then you might jump back in September, October.
TV, they don't know what they're doing over there. Like I tried to watch some random CW show, the new version of CW that's like doesn't have like superheroes or anything on it. It's just like, what the fuck is this?
It's so weird. I have to check it out. But I remember how I said, my local CW, they were like dropping the CW stuff.
Yeah,
I think another local station like that kind of picked it up. So I'm just like, okay.
I feel like we're back in the day where it was like UPN, WB, a couple like just random independent stations started popping up, and then they like joined together, and that's how the CW kind of became. Maybe that's what we're going through.
I mean, maybe they could find something else, but I'm just like, CW could have built itself into something.
It never could have, because there was two opposing.
You don't think the DC
studios? You
don't think the DC stuff could have saved them, or
the DC stuff needed to be with Warner Brothers, and like, because the CBS stuff, I'm gonna be real, every single CBS show, like, shout out to Rain, shout out to Beauty and the Beast, I love y'all, but y'all weren't doing the ratings. It was absolutely every single superhero show holding up the CW, and that got oversaturated and pissed me off. But it was absolutely holding up the CW. Like, no CBS show was really doing it. So, like, I totally get the dissolution, especially after they bought out the rights, and, it was just like a whole thing. I never understood how that was gonna work, and I was surprised that it worked for as long as it did, to be quite honest. Paramount has been a mess for 2 decades, basically, since I've been an adult, so...
Yeah. well, like the CW and stations, channels like that, they think they're gonna be the next Fox,
Yeah, good luck.
Oh,
Fox? I don't even know how Fox is still around, if we're being honest. And now, it's part of Disney. So...
Yeah. But again,
part of Disney.
But I think that was right place, right time too, with like Married with Children and The Simpsons and stuff.
Yeah, you just won't. It's not a time of, like. Listen, guys, I hate to sound like an old millennial, but the living room is dead. We gotta let go of that, okay? Everybody's watching their own media on their own streaming devices, whether it's your TV, your phone, your laptop, your tablet. Nobody's watching TV together anymore, and damn sure nobody wants to watch commercials anymore.
And nobody's getting a huge audience like they used to. I mean, unless you're the Super Bowl,
unless you're Mr. Beast on YouTube,
or the Super. I mean, like the Super Bowl or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and even that's just the halftime show. Let's be real. It peaks and then it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, there are some people, if your team's in there, I guess you're.
You're watching it, but I'm just saying, if you ever know, it's like, oh, this was yep, that was the time the halftime show was on.
If your team's in there, or you got action riding on the game like Lilith.
Gotta spice it up somehow.
Oh my god, like Luca will like do betting on this app. It's no money, it's just for the fun of it. And he'll get like mad when he like loses. I'm like, dude, you don't have any money on this. Why are you getting so mad?
It's the point of it. You do the number spread, and they should have fucking won the over or under. It makes no sense. The refs are bullshit. I totally get it. I know
he does. He's like, no, the
Phil,
stats,
for those
the
of you who don't watch us normally, Phil is not a sports ball guy.
No.
I don't know how he ended up with a sports ball kid, but
he saw my life and said no.
He's like Ray's kid. He's just rebelling. Next thing you know, he'll be telling you Moon Knight's better than Batman. And then you're going to have to ship him off to Australia, and then Ray's going to have to ship his kid to you.
Oh, God.
Cultural exchange.
Sun swap. Oh, no. Yeah. No, my son walked in this room, looked around, and be like, I don't want this life.
You can't make me. That's funny, actually. I don't know what I really want for season 3. I want some more. I need a bigger, better. I need like a really big battle. Like I need the invasion to happen in season 3. I don't know if we did that in season 3, where we would go from there.
I mean, yeah, maybe the cliffhanger for the middle of the season is the Viltra might show up on Earth. That's the cliffhanger for the first half.
But if we literally, the comic book ran longer than, that. So, like, do they put it off and that's the final season? Or do they give us what we want and then that allows them to deviate from the source material? Like, they give us that satisfaction of the battle, and then we get to basically have, kind of like a Game of Thrones moment. Well, we dealt with the source material. Now we can do what we want. Hopefully we won't fuck it up as bad as D&D.
Maybe. Maybe.
I don't know. I think I would like that because I feel like Kirkman has a lot to say, and I feel like he does wish some things were different.
Yeah,
like, he wrote that how many ever years ago, where he's definitely matured as a writer and as a person.
Yeah, I mean,
when you go back and read your stuff, you're like, I wish I would, we talk to DJ Chichester all the time. He's like, I wish I could have tweaked this or tweaked that, and he actually has the opportunity to do that here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think all great writers, in hindsight, they're like, yeah, I could have did this, I could have did that.
So, yeah, I think that's the best of both worlds, because I do want to be surprised. I feel like I haven't really been surprised with this show. Like, it's great, don't get me wrong. Like, the action is really good, and it's a little bit of shock factor, but, like, for the most part, we've been following the beats.
Yeah, I mean, again, I wouldn't mind if they'd stray for the source material, but it's like, if you do the invasion, what's like another big thing you could do after? What's that big? Something with the multiverse? I mean, I know everyone's probably burnt out on the multiverse, but do you do something multiversal?
That's the only thing about Invincible happening when it did, because the multiverse is dead. It's done. It's over.
Well, it's such a trope now. Remember when it was just, comic, people who read the comics actually knew about the multiverse. Now everyone is.
And what's wild is, no tea, no shade, Marvel doesn't even do a good multiverse. DC should have ate that shit up. Top to bottom. Oh, yeah, crumbs. The DC multiverse is way better than
DC's been doing the multiverse since, what, the 50s?
Exactly my point. It's wild that they have sucked so hard and so fast and so bad. Hey,
well, as we've said, Crisis and all the crises have heard it.
Well, the animated stuff got it right. It's just that live action.
But again, like in the comics, between 86 and 2006, that 20-year span, they kind of tried to,
they kept regretting it, but it's like, no, babe, this is what I'm here for.
They denied the multiverse, and it's just like, nah, now I'm sure they're kicking themselves.
They're kicking, screaming, and throwing up, sliding down walls. Like, we had it.
There's 20.
Son of a bitch, we had
it. There's 20 years you could have worked on and refined your multiverse.
Bro, if you would have heard some of the pitches for the movies that they just fucking passed up, you'd be sick to your fucking stomach.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's why I don't mess with DC anymore. Like, I'm glad all my friends have moved on from DC, both book-wise and, like, movies-wise and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a mess over there. Like, you would be sick if you read some of the scripts that they passed on that were so good. And they're like, we'll wait for something better.
Well, again, I mean, we all publicly know. I mean, look, they let the Flash movie go through, and then they scrap Batgirl, and it's just like...
That is post. That's post Zaslav. I'm talking, like, in the heyday when they could have had...
I'm sure.
Had it all. They could have had it all, and they just messed up so bad.
Well, again, for the longest time, it was like, stuff's not going to sell if it's not Batman or Superman, and then but then they do stuff like that Catwoman movie.
Well, if you really want, I kind of shed some light on the Catwoman movie on our Patreon.
Yeah,
for a lot of people that don't know. So if you're interested, join for a month.
That's right,
and stay. There's some good stuff in there. No, I don't know. I'd give it a B+, I think, overall.
Okay.
It's not quite an A. I feel like season 1 was an A. It really, like, kind of got us excited, and it was just something fresh and different. And I just feel like the weight kind of bogged it down, too, a little bit, both times.
Yeah. I mean, again, I enjoy this, too, but I think you're right with the B+, just because... I just don't feel like we got enough of anybody in this series. I mean, there should be at least one.
Especially Mark for me. Like, I feel like it was not enough Mark, but at the same time, not enough of anybody.
No, and again, I mean, if anything, we should have at least felt like, we got a full Mark story. But if we're not even feel like we're getting a full story for the main character or any of the other characters, it's just like, again.
I feel like this was like this is what I mean. Like, I feel like this was like half of season 2.
Oh, yeah, we need
where we ended, I feel like it's half, not like necessarily the season finale of a show.
I mean, again, maybe it's too much, but I would love if they did the Walking Dead model here, do 8 and 8, for a season.
Yeah. I think they are going to have to tinker around with, like, the number of episodes.
At least 10.
Because I feel like everybody's kind of saying, like, it wasn't enough.
At least 10. Because that seems to be the new model is 10, like all the Star Treks and stuff. And
oh, God. Can Discovery just end so I can get to Strange New Worlds?
I'll have to go back and rewatch today's Discovery because I fell asleep.
Shocker. I mean, it happened to me in season 1, to be honest. It's a reason why we don't really do Star Trek on Patreon anymore, ain't it?
I mean, we could do other shit. Go back to the old stuff. But again, Strange New Worlds is great, but it's like, Yeah, I mean, this season of Discovery. I mean,
This is contractual obligation season if I ever saw one.
this season of Discovery, I'm like, when are we going to get the action?
Have we ever really gotten action in Discovery?
Yeah, I mean,
Be honest.
Those first couple seasons with like,
the Michelle Yeoh Dark Timeline thing, I think that's the most action that show.
Some of the Klingons and stuff, but once they went to the future,
don't talk about the Klingons in Discovery. Please.
Oh, I know.
Now that should really rile up Puppet Charlie. He didn't like that either.
No, I like my Klingons. Like
I like my Khan. Dark.
Oh my. Just looks like guys in grease paint. Yes.
Yeah. I guess we can be done.
Okay. Yeah. So B+ kids.
B+. Solid effort, but
I think
it leaves me wanting more, but not in a good way. Leaves me a little salty, a little petty.
We just needed like an episode 2 or more for the stretch out, to give more the story more breathing room.
I needed more Angstrom. I just feel like the build up for him just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
That was like I said, it's going to be the most interesting villain outside of the Viltrumites that we ever get, as far as I'm concerned.
Because again, think how much fuller that would have felt with 5 and 5.
Yeah.
Or even 6 and 6. But I mean,
let's not get greedy. Let's not get crazy.
5 and 5. So yeah.
I mean, this isn't The Simpsons where we're just slapping shit together for decades upon decades. Shout out to the new Simpsons Renaissance too. I hear it's been pretty good this last season.
Oh, really?
I can't wait to catch up.
Really?
They have a good season every 5 seasons, I think, is the average now. So.
Oh, jeez. Are they bringing in any new fans? Because I know, I try to get Luca to watch it. I haven't watched it in years, but I told him.
It is a product of its time. No matter how many times they try to update shit, it's just like Family Guy. It's like, babes, there's nobody new watching that shit. Well, I take it back because of Ted. They might get new Family Guy people. Yeah. But The Simpsons, no. Once we're dead, there's gonna be no more Simpsons. once the millennials are dead, there's no more Simpsons.
Yeah, because Luca watched Family Guy and he watched that Simpsons crossover or whatever. I'm like, yo, you want to watch Simpsons? Nah.
I don't blame them. Even the best seasons are definitely behind them, and it's not relatable for kids today.
Yeah, a product of its time, even the good stuff.
So bad, that is a time in a bottle for real. Mm-hmm. Eat my shorts, really?
El Barto.
Come on, Bart. What is even the chalkboard? Kids don't even know what a chalkboard is anymore.
Is that a touch
He's switching to the whiteboard.
Yeah. Again, that show is so old. I mean, me and Bart Simpson were almost the same age when that thing started.
F in the chat for Phil's youth.
Back in my day.
Oh, what were we covering next week? Did we decide?
Remember we switched things up.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Just give you a segue.
So yeah, definitely, kids. We need thought. We need all your thoughts.
Can we get an I in the chat for Infamous?
Oh yes, because for those of you who did not hear, yes, we are recording this. This will hit the podcast on Monday, but yes, we're recording on Thursday the 11th. And for those of you who have not heard, yes, Orenthal James Simpson passed away today. Was it today or yesterday? But yeah, the news hit today.
It was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, we're going to talk all bunch of O.J. Simpson, the trial of the last century.
Well, Phil's going to be petty. I'm going to talk about his sports history because it's pretty fascinating.
Well, we'll just talk
We'll talk his movies.
Yes.
His daughter, that's a Kardashian, all that.
Oh my God.
I said what I said.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. Anything about O.J. Simpson, yes. Send us your thoughts, kids. His sports career, the trial, his movies.
Do you think did he do
it? Even if the book said if. All right. So, so send us your thoughts on that. You can even send us your thoughts on Invincible. We'll read them.
Yes. How did you feel about season 2? Which has been your favorite season so far? Season 1, season 2? Who you rooting for? You rooting for Mark and Eve to get together, or you want him and Amber to get back together?
Yes. And I do know we promised you a review of Perich, but yes, we will get to that on the other side of 69. So,
the other side of 69.
Hey-oh!
So episode 96? Okay, gotcha.
No. It'll be like episode 71. But yeah, no, once the season of Perich wraps up, kids, yes, we will cover that. So yes, we did not forget.
We gotta talk to Giancarlo. We always do.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, this way we'll get the whole season done. So, all right, so
4 episodes ain't hard to do.
No, it's like 6, I think. Or wait, is it? Yeah, no, there's 4 left. No, it's 6. It's 6 episodes. It's shorter than Invincible.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be possible.
Hey-oh. The other side of 69. That should
6 is never enough.
Hey-oh.
Sorry, boys.
Oh my! I thought she was making a 69 joke, but no, she went right for the. No, I was gonna say that shit.
Somewhere Harry Osborn just got to chill down his back.
Gotta chill through his cornrows.
I'm gonna need that as a drop, please, for Hobgobble Gobble.
Okay. You know, I was gonna say no. That should have been the name of this podcast. The other side of 69. All right, kids. So yes, so send us your thoughts.
Well, apparently it's never too late for a rebrand.
We didn't change the name. We just changed the logos, which you can get on brand.
Now with more ampersand.
That's right, kids. They can get those at the store. See. I am not above exploiting my body to sell merch. All right, kids. So yes, send us your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail. I'm sorry. That's right. Oh, speaking of branding, Salty and Petty 69, all one word, @gmail.com.
All one word.
And, well, Salty and Petty. No, well, words and numbers, but yes, no spaces. All right, so, or you can call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES with the and in the middle. You can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, new merch, which you saw our fabulous spokesmodel just modeling. So yes, get all your t-shirts, your phone cases, your cups with the brand new Capes and Lunatics logos. Those ones you have now are out of style, Ray. So yes, get the new Capes.
Retro, baby. Keep it retro.
Although if you want the old logos, you can still get those also. So say I've been there since the beginning. All right, so find everything, merch. Again, Rain ran the money on us through the Cash App link, Lilith's preferred method.
Make it rain.
And of course, the Patreon, the aforementioned Patreon, where
things get a little crazy. Things get a little wild.
You think it was crazy tonight, kids? This is censored. You get totally uncensored Lilith Hellfire over on the Patreon. So, like I said, that's
drunk Lilith Hellfire most years, and maybe if it's a cheat day.
I don't know. Sometimes sober Lilith Hellfire is scarier than drunk Lilith Hellfire. So yes,
that's because sober me is mean and angry.
You never know which Lilith Hellfire you're going to get on the Patreon. Yes, so yes, it's the funnest Russian roulette you've ever played. So find it all in one place. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever. I love it. Gonna be some dicks waving around in here.
Dick jokes, anyway. All right, Lilith Hellfire. So the kids can find Grandma on the Facebooks.
Yeah, friend your internet granny on Facebook.
And congratulations.
Interesting news coming soon. So
what, from you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you purchase a new business?
You'll just have to wait and see what the rest of them, Phil.
Oh, at least I know that. At least I know one thing it can't be. She's not pregnant. I know that.
Oh God, it's the Antichrist if I am.
That'd be a miracle. Talk about
immaculate misconception.
I was gonna say, what's the evil version of immaculate conception?
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so.
But congratulate Lilith Hellfire on Facebook about a big accomplishment. She's known me for 10 years officially today.
Yep, decade of being annoyed by Phil. Can I get that in the chat?
Danielle's going in there going, "Oh, honey, that's nothing."
Exactly. Still don't see that Batmobile.
Oh, sorry, it's not lit, but no, it's up on top of the bookcase next to the same version of Batmobile, which is the Funko one. But yes, it's up there. Sorry, I gotta get that lit. That's gotta be lit better.
Yeah,
but
get
no,
that lit up.
It's up there. It's like, show how generous I am, damn it.
It's a McFarlane.
Well, look, there's your Michael Keaton Batman up on the bookcase there. And then behind me is that Elektra you got me for my birthday last year.
Okay, now where are the other McFarlane? You got to put all the McFarlanes together, bud.
The Batman McFarlane stuff's over there on the lamp. Again, I'm running out of space. I can't get everything on camera.
You got to get a bigger man cave.
I do.
You're going to have to make that you and Danielle's room, and then you and Danielle's room needs to be your man cave. Sorry.
Oh, no. That's the trailer. That's the trailer for like the start of every show. It'll just be like the cameras panning around the rooms, looking at everything. Yeah. Oh, you big talk.
We all can't be Tyler.
That's true. Oh, big.
That is a theme.
It is. It is. Big talker for someone who's not on camera 95% of the time.
I want you guys to see all my shit. Anybody coming to rob me? I live in a stand your ground state.
Just wall-to-wall Funkos and edibles. I said wall-to-wall Funkos and edibles.
Scream at!
All right.
Double biscuits for me.
Just that.
I was waiting on that one. Somebody's got to live my dream.
That's a little Flubber biscuits, 2 at a time. All right, kids. Thanks for joining us again. Oh, should that be the title of the next episode? The infamous O.J. Simpson?
Of course.
Oh.
No, or he's not black, he's O.J.
No, if we title it the infamous O.J. Simpson, will people think it's a true crime podcast?
Ooh, maybe. Let's trick them. And then slather on the dick jokes.
Our stock in trade.